Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Astroneer with your friend Kuros Paladin. And we're going solo today, unfortunately. But it was a fun episode with Captain, but unfortunately he has other things he has to do. Real life does get in the way, as much as we love playing games, right? So what Captain and I had done last episode is we were preparing to turn Desolo into a more respectable base. And that is where I am at this point. So, last episode we had gone around, we had collected all the stuff necessary to get this base going a little bit better back on Silva, and then packed it all up and brought it. So, we're pretty much ready to go. There might be a couple things I'm missing, but I guess I'll discover those things as I go along. So, what do we have to do? Well, I want, at a minimum, a shelter. And for a shelter, I need a large printer. We do have the large printer over here. Now, the large printer does take 5U while running. So that also means I need to get some RTGs planted. So what I can do is I'm going to scrap these generators. I'm pretty certain we found them all anyhow, so I'm not really concerned, but I'm just going to scrap them all. But to start, I'm going to throw, these RTGs that I brought, and two of them are extras that were a result of dismantling the resin auto extractor over on Silva. So I brought these over here to help support Silva, and they're probably going to permanently live here on Silva now. So now I have plenty of power to even run the printer. Not necessarily everything else, but at least the printer. So the shelter is 2 silicone and 2 silicone, 2 resin. I'm sorry, 2 silicone, 2 plastic. Something else I did between episodes is I went and collected some soil colors just so I have a little, touch of home here on Silva, or on Desolo, I should say. Even though I already have green, I brought other colors of green along. I'm going to put this back here so everything's kind of near each other. The other thing that I'm going to do is I want to move the base a little bit further away from the chamber for multiple reasons. One being the music, as interesting as it is, its loop is so short, it gets a little bit repetitive if you're nearby. So I want to have the base far enough away that I'm not hearing the music from there. Rutger did an amazing job with the music in this game, but those chambers, they just that little music, which is really nice, just gets old fast. So I'm going to place the shelter. It'd be fun if I could put it up here on top of this. I don't know. Let's take a look. If I put similar to Aatrox, where we've got one elevated, this wouldn't be elevated, but I could put a spiral going up there. So you know what? I think I'm going to do that. Let's go ahead. So we almost got the beginnings right here. So we're going to have going up this way. And there we go. All right. And then we're going to have kind of a a landing where we can flatten out is what I meant to say. But getting that flat, with that sun in my eyes. You can hear the auto extractor down below, which is pulling up wolframite, which we need as well. So, all right, that should be a good flat surface for this. Yep, I think that works out well. Okay, so let me come up to here. Excellent. And then that's just, it's a little bit angled, but I'm okay with a little bit of an angle. It's going uphill anyhow, so come up to here. There we go. And then I want kind of a flat going this way, but not quite that steep. Let's make it a little bit accessible. That should be good. And then this may change a lot because once I unpack that shelter up here, it's going to create that huge base. But yeah, right here on top, I think this will be a good spot. So I hope it's big enough. I'm going to run some tethers up here so I can plan without my little guy suffocating. Poor little guy. It's not his fault. He shouldn't have to die for my stupidity. Alright. I should have probably started that printing, shouldn't I have? Okay, so let's go and get that silicone and plastic and start that printing. The other stuff that we brought over was enough for a extra large shredder, so that we can get rid of things like this and also get scrap for trade. Also a landing pad, because I'm going to put a landing pad a little bit closer. That was 2 ceramic and 1 aluminum, which are right here. Or, yeah, 2 ceramic and 1 aluminum. So there's the 2 ceramic, and then I believe, yep, I have plenty of aluminum right here. And that can print concurrently. Or no, it can't. That is the large printer. Yeah, that is a large printer. So I have to wait on that. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Tungsten. Let's move this tungsten just so it's with the rest of the ores. Okay. Or is it? Okay. I also brought over, there's the stuff for the extra large shredder. There's 2 packed RTGs, a little QT RTG, which is going to go right onto the buggy, or at least one of the buggies, because there's 2 buggies. There's another one floating. There it is, right there. I haven't found one in the wild yet. That will be nice if I do. But what else did I bring over? A 3rd RTG, which I'll just set here for the time being. There we go. That way I now have 12U, and then once the shelter gets built, that will be 1 more. So while the shelter is printing, I'm going to start to plan my, my new location out. So I would like to see if I can find a mostly flat try, which I think would be this one. But because Desolo is so tiny, that bowl effect will occur very rapidly. That's where things look like they're on an angle as you get further away. So like right here, everything looks nice and level, but then just wandering just over to here, you can see it's already started to angle upward ever so slightly. So what I would like to do is see if I can kind of counteract that a little bit. I don't know how well this is working out, but I'll see. So, the idea being, I want a nice flat area around the base of this elevated shelter. So, let's see how well this works out. So, yeah, this was not very well done. Although, just look at that right there, how quickly it changed. So maybe this is okay. Here, I'm going to have to change it ever so slightly, I think. I'm fighting with my cat. She is clawing at my hand. So I apologize if there are rapid and odd movements on the camera. My co-Astroneer is trying to be helpful. So, okay, and then this is a little bit more difficult terrain, so it's gonna take a little bit longer. I do have the Mod 3 drill, but I don't have power over here, so just have to take our time. And it doesn't have to be perfect flat. I just want it to be mostly level. So, and then similar to Atrax, I plan to have things around this base here. So, okay. Top off on some oxygen here. So let's take this and go back this way. I think I've done this before, didn't I? Yeah, we moved basically on Silva. We basically moved the base. So this is kind of a similar thing. We're just doing it here on Desolo instead. So it's mostly okay. I'm never going to get it perfect. I know that. So, and I don't want to spend an entire episode trying to get it perfect. So, okay. Is that still printing? Nope, it is done. Done, 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 done. Whoa. Okay, but what I wanted to do is just dig into this a little bit here. There we go. That way as we go up, I'm not, my little guy's not banging his helmet on the rock overhead. So, all right. There we go. All right, so let's go grab our shelter and get this thing going. So I hope it will sit okay up here. I don't know what's going to happen to the terrain. I'm going to get rid of this corner, just a little bit of this corner here. There we go. All right. It's all going to change anyhow when I put this thing up here because it's going to create that huge base. Watch. And all these rocks will... Well, I can get rid of a lot of the rocks. Here. And it will it will create, I should say, a flat surface for me. So this doesn't have to be flat. Alright, so then the other thing is, which direction do I want it to face? I think this direction. So almost 180 degrees. So basically that way. Let's not have it face directly west or east. So I believe that's west because the sun rises in the west. I guess I can always figure out, right? Just do this and nope, that is east. Okay. So on the moon it does no. Yeah, east. Yep. Damn. Compasses are hard. Okay. So kind of facing right off to that little hill right over there. How's that? Okay. Let's get it closer this way. And then I can always, of course, dig into whatever base it's going to create. But I think that'll do it right there. I hope it's far enough away. I'm probably going to have to redo this. But I think that'll do it. So let's go ahead. We're going to unpack our shelter. Dear goodness, that was loud. I may have to adjust the sounds in the game just a little bit. That was a little, ow, that was a little louder than I anticipated. All right, let's go ahead and recreate our ramp here. See what this looks like as we get up here. And yeah, it's looking good. I think we're fine. Yeah, that's good. Okay. I can smooth it out later from below. Let's take a look at what this looks like from below. We can look out over our base, though, from up here. I'm going to need some sort of guide so I know where this ramp is, though. Okay. There. Alright. Oh, this looks good. Yeah, that looks fine. It did not go out as much as I thought it would. Yeah, that's really good. Okay. I can even paint that entire thing black or whatever color I want. So, okay. So we have, I have our base. This is awesome. So, now let's go ahead and start printing the landing pad since the goodies are very close by. In fact, they're very close by because they're right on my little guy's backpack. And there it is, landing pad. Let's go ahead and get that. And the landing pad, I'm going to put probably over here. So that it is far enough away from the game-generated one over there. So that will take a while to print while that is printing. So what do I want to do for this base? Where do I want to lay everything out? So I've got is this a road? Nope, it's just a path that could turn into a road, but I doubt it will. That's just a path. I have a road that goes right here. You can see it goes by. So lining some things up along the road would be kind of good. For instance, probably lining up the research chambers and smelter, stuff that you would probably come back with stuff on the train, wagon train, and then other items like printers and such don't have to be near the road. Those can be further back. So actually, everything might be able to fit kind of right here. So let's go ahead. We're going to cover up that hole. Let's take a look at how we're doing. We're getting a little wild with the angle here, so let's see if I can readjust just slightly on this and bring it down just ever so slightly here. As we go this way. And I didn't pay attention to where I grabbed that try from. My little guy, his oxygen is fine for the moment, so... Alright. Again, it doesn't have to be perfectly flat, but yeah, that's good. That looks good. It's a little angled up this way, but I'm okay with that. Alright. Okay, so our landing pad is complete. So landing pad, I do want it over here. In fact, how about if I put it... let's see... I don't want it too far in this corner, but I kind of want it out of the way. No, that's way too steep there. Whoa, 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 whoa! I'm going way out of control here. And I think that's the one I just had anyhow, isn't it? Let's take a look. No. You know, one day I'll have to figure out how to get a good angle. I used to be able to do it in old Terrain 1.0. I used to be able to get a flat surface easily, but it would take a while, a lot of trial and error. But once you got it, you knew it. With Terrain 2.0, as much as I love how the terrain manipulation in Terrain 2.0, that lack of being able to get a perfect surface or a perfectly flat surface is disappointing. Let's go top off on some oxygen here. I could even run some tethers this way. Okay. Whoop. Alright, so I want to set it somewhere around there. I'm just going to do this whilst waiting. Actually, let me pick all these up again, because I'm going to do something else. There. Okay. I was going to go pick up some more tethers, but... Okay, right about here. And the good thing is you can always move these. You are not locked into wherever they end up. So let's go ahead and unpack it. Whoa! Let's pack it back up. And I want to rotate it. Oh, okay. I do. Now I see. I didn't see the control panel in the Ghost, but it was right there. I wanted the control panel over this way. Okay. Excellent. So we have a landing pad. So I can start moving things over. Alright, let's go ahead and grab the goods needed for our extra large shredder. Now one thing I did notice that Captain and I did not do is bring the goods. We don't have iron because we're going to need iron to build the extra large platform that is required for the extra large shredder. That's still really lopsided, isn't it? Yeah, that's really lopsided. I mean, I want something, you know, sort of level. That's all I want. Just a slightly level. That's a little more level. This might be it. I should have checked before just saying, nah, that looks good. Alright, always check your work. And I'm okay with that not being quite, and now it's angled a little bit too much. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's way too... Oh my goodness. You know what? I don't know why I can't seem to do this. Let's take a look here. How does that look? So, where was it? Right there. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but now that I am doing it, I might as well. Alright, let's take a look here. Still angled up this way, just ever so slightly. How about that? Oh my god, yeah, I'm just never gonna get this, am I? I can do this all darn day and never get it right. And now this is going to be way too much in the other direction. Oh my goodness, yes, that's way too much in the other direction. I just, you know, and the alignment mod, I don't know how that is really supposed to help because I haven't been able to get a mostly flat surface with it. And of course, in creative mode, there is the tool that will give you perfect flat. But it is based on where you're at on the planet. Yeah, this is just... I'm just wasting a lot of time trying to get this right. I'm trying to create like an ever so slightly different elevation there. And, you know, for the items in the base, I don't care too much, but for the landing pad, I want it pretty pretty flat, and this is good. That's good, okay. Because when it's the landing pad and then the shuttle is sitting on it, it just looks really wonky if it's a little tilted. So, alright, we'll do this. And then, who knows, we can send our little Astroneer off to his death this way, right? Let's just get this covered up. Or at least a little bit of space around there. Okay. Alright, unpack that. There we go. That looks much better than what I had before. Excellent. Okay. So, unfortunately it digs in, but that's just the way it is. Alright, so we have our extra large shredder. That printed during all that. I have my shelter. So now it's time to start moving things around. So let's go ahead, unplug everything. So make certain to right click and select eject beforehand. So, alright, unlock all these. Alright. And let's go ahead and start realizing that there is no oxygen here, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to take this and move it over here so that I have a source of oxygen nearby. Right here. Oh, never mind. I see the shelter is doing what it needs to do, which is good. So, okay. It's a good thing there's nobody down below. Clunk. Clunk. Alright. can I get that close enough? Nope. Alright. I have a whole pack of tethers, like 10 of them or whatever. Yeah, right here. Oh, actually, all I really needed to do was this. Derp. Okay. Well, I have more tethers now. Okay. So let's go ahead. Where do I want to plan things out? Let's, I guess, move this out of the way now. So up against the road, I would like to have smelter research chamber at a minimum. So smelter. And I have 2 of them here. And I have a tungsten just hanging around here. Oops. Oh, come on. There we go. Turn this around. I'm okay with the fact that the road's a little bit higher. That is perfectly fine. So, other one. I don't know if I'm going to keep 2 here. And I'm going to spread these out. Okay. And the reason I want to spread them out... Oh, I thought they took care of twisty cables. Apparently not. The reason I want to spread them out is if I do replace with extra large platforms, it kind of fills right back in where the regular platforms were. So, okay, that looks good. So those are locked and placed. Next, the research chamber. Way over here. Drop that right on top. Boom. And then this, I'm going to face it this direction, I think. I'm also going to back it up just a little bit here to right about here. Only to allow for that ramp. I don't have to have everything in a perfect line. You know, I'll let my OCD not get the better of me on this one. Okay, there we go. Alright. Next, our printers. So that would be up against this part, I think. Right up against the wall there would be good. And then I don't know exactly where it will live because I still have to bring a couple other things in, like the soil centrifuge. And that can go... I'd kind of like it over here, sort of near... See, storage? I want storage to be near the printer. Storage being near the printer is always a good idea because you're always going back to the printer to grab stuff, or back to storage to grab stuff. And storage can kind of live over here, I guess. So I guess what I could do is move this over and put my soil centrifuge over here. So something like this. Boom. Let's get some clearance there. Some clearance. There we go. Okay. Go ahead and lock that into place. This one, if you connect that up, you can get a good idea of kind of how well you are, or how close you are to being in line. And I am way off. Okay, that's good enough. Alright, so lock that into place. Excellent. Last but not least, we have our storage for the time being. And even though I've got the shelter up there generating with an oxygenator, I already have an oxygenator here, so I'll use the one that I already have, because I don't want to run the cable, you know, the power cables all the way down here for it. Okay. So this can kind of tuck off to the side. It will be our power. It can actually live behind the storage. Let's take a look here. Let's flatten things out just a little bit for that. So yeah, it can live like right back here. And we can put a little path so we can go all the way around. There we go. We'll just stick it right here. Okay. Okay. I think I've got most of a base. So the only thing I do not have at this point, unfortunately, is somewhere to put the extra large shredder. Because I need the extra large platform for that. So I did make a mistake about that. I also have some debris over here that we can go ahead and shred. I've got a small generator that I can shred because really I'm not going to need it anymore. Not with the RTGs. Let's go ahead and put our shuttle down. And there we go. Super. So I think I'm all set. So, you know, I think I'm going to need to print a couple more platforms for other items, because I do want a chemistry lab. And I think I have the materials for our chemistry lab. I think. I don't remember for sure. I'm going to turn this around so it faces this way, and just temporarily I'm going to hook it up so that I have an oxygen network down here. Come on. And hook up my power. So now that all has power. Oh, that's getting power from there. Okay. Excellent. But what I'm going to do, I need to connect these sides. So I'm going to do my little underground thing where I run power underneath using small platforms as opposed to connectors, because connectors are one way and I don't want one way. I want power to go both directions underneath there. And then I see these tethers. I don't know where they go. Do they just end over here? Yeah, they just end over here. Let's go ahead and pick these up. Come on. Oh, there's my Voyager. No, not Voyager. I forgot which one that is. Alright. Let's go ahead and reconnect this over here. So there. And we can turn the former site into, you know, similar to what I did on Silva. We can turn it into a, you know, kind of like a nice little area to set up plants and what have you. You know, it's all green and planted anyhow. So, yeah, not that we dislike you, Gateway Chamber. It's just you're a little noisy. So we would prefer to be just a little bit further away. Okay. So there's the beginnings of the new Desolo base. It is looking good, and I am really happy with it. Whoa, come back here, come back here. Okay. I'm really happy with it. It's looking good, and gonna have a lot of fun laying this thing out. If you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments below what you would like to see with the base, something that you might want to see tried with the base. So everybody, I'm gonna head back up here so I have this great view over our future base site. Look at that, with our big old junk, our broken down Chevy on the front lawn, right? But everybody, I hope you had a great time with this episode, and I will see all of you in the next episode of Astroneer. Take care and bye.